shit. Hey, what's going on, guys? Bradley here, and today, I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and myself, it was pretty good. And tonight is the last day of 2015. I want to thank you guys for all the support you've gave me in 2015. But anyways, we're back in another video, and we're doing another story time. And I've decided, with a little input of ChemPro, that I'm going to skip over grade 1. Grade 1's, it's not that great a story anyways, but grade 2 is actually really funny, dude. But anyways, let's get right into it. So, we were in grade 2. We had two teachers. We had a guy teacher and a girl teacher. The girl teacher was possibly one of my favorite teachers that I've ever had. Okay? So I had me and my friend, we were, I don't know, grade 2, 6, something like that, and we didn't know what, I should say, porn was. So we were at school, and it was recess. So around that time, everybody was into playing on computers at recess, you know. I'm sure probably some of you like to play on computers still at recess. Let's see if I can get a little bit more better light in here for you guys. Anyways, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, so people like me and my best friend, his name was Arjun. He was Indian. Doesn't really matter though. We were really good friends. That doesn't help for light. You can see my face a little better. I'm sorry for the lighting, by the way. I'm getting a little bit out of check. But anyways, we were very best friends. We were playing on the computers, and the computer was right by the door. Right? There's two computers. There's right by the door, and the kindergarten teacher, the teacher that was in the last video, well, one of the teachers that taught us in kindergarten. But anyways, so he was the lunch monitor that day, right? So we were playing on the computers, right? And my friend, he was one of those kids that likes to do stuff that's bad, and so the lunch monitor leaves, so he looks up hot girls on the computer, and hot naked girls, and of course he's like, oh shoot, and he clicks off it. He's like, Riley, you do it. And he looks, and the lunch monitor's gone down to the older kids' classes, but as he told me. But so as soon as I looked it up, he's like, okay, Riley, looking up. I'm one of those kids that if you tell me to do something, I'm a freaking idiot and I'll do it. So I look it up, and guess what happens? The lunch monitor decides to walk in and check on us, because younger kids, and I guess he thought that the older kids would be okay by themselves for a little bit. So he immediately, he knows my mom and his mom very well, because it's a small town, and there's word gets around, and I don't think my mom ever found out about this, but he knows our parents, and this whole school kind of respects him, because he's been there for 35 years, and actually a couple of years ago he just retired from teaching, but he still lives in the town, and yeah. But anyways, I'm getting off the track. So I look it up, the teacher comes in, and as soon as I look it up, the teacher comes in. I'm like, oh crap, dude. So he looks at me, and I'm like, I quickly try to exit out of it, but didn't work. So he yells, he's like, Riley, Arjun, come here right now, out in the hall. So we get in the hall, we get the big speech, don't ever do that again. So he tells us he's not going to tell us to our parents, and so, and we couldn't play for the computers for a long time. Our teachers found out, our parents, I don't think my parents ever found out about it, but, anyways, yeah, I never ever do that again. This is basically I don't know, I don't know if it's that funny, but it's dumb things I did as a kid. But anyways, yeah, so we get out in the hall, he starts yelling at us, don't ever do that again, you never get to play on the computer for a while again, I'm going to tell your teacher, don't do this again. So I don't think my teacher ever told my parents that I know. I was 7, I don't know. I don't remember too much, I was a little cute little fucking back then. But, yeah, and so we made a pact that would, or a promise that we would never ever ever tell anybody about this. But I thought this was funny, sort of. I don't know if you guys are gonna enjoy this, but there's more funny stories to come. I still got a lot of grades to go through. This will, hopefully you see this New Year's Eve. If you don't, New Year's Day or the next day. But there will be one going up after New Year's Eve, Saturday, I guess. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful and safe day. If you're watching this on New Year's Eve, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve. I know I am right now. I gotta go, guys. See you all later. Peace.